Welcome back, you beautiful fucks. It's me, Danny, coming at you with an unboxing video. I've been waiting for this package for a while now, and it finally showed up in the best condition. Look at that. Completely cooked. Mailman sat on it through the entire ride, getting it to my house. Oh, Lord, there. Nice little flap. We don't even need a knife to open this. It's a bare hand, this thing. Look at all that. Luckily, everything is safe, because I got this from Showcase. Not his fault, obviously. This is definitely UPS's fault, because, when do they give a shit? But everything was safe. He packaged it up very well. We got the first figure right there. Gauss, whatever you want to call it. I don't give a shit. That's from the anime series that is not yet out. The Gamera Rebirth. This figure looks very nice. I do like the design. It definitely takes some influence from the Heisei era Gauss girls. What do you call it? I call it Gauss. Even. I guess I call it both. I play for both teams. That way no one can be mad at me. But this figure's nice. No, I don't think it moves it. Well, it flexes. It's a very flimsy figure. But that's about it. Next we have Jagger. This design is very unique. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the purple, but I'm also just not a big fan of this kaiju in general. Now, it's not for the reasons that everyone makes this kaiju weird, because he laid an egg in Gamera in the movie, and I don't find that as weird, and maybe it's because I've seen the Alien movies. I think people they make it weird, as if he actually had sex with him. It's not that weird, guys. Don't make it weird, okay? It's like a parasite, that's all. That's all it was, it's a parasite. Keeping on the same track of Gamera figures, we have the Legion Soldier. If I could stop slurring my words. I'm not drinking, I swear. My mouth slurs everything. This figure has a lot of articulation, surprisingly, because when I first got it, as you can see, I'm looking at it why is this thing so folded? And I start to play with it a bit and figure out everything moves, which is nice. It's actually pretty cool. So I have it wrong. That's not the right pose right there. I'll fix it in a second. But it does stand up pretty well. Its tag's very nice. Definitely better than those Rebirth tags that you saw. Those are pretty plain. This one, I like the artwork on it. There we go. Now I fixed them. And that's a nice figure. Definitely, it's just a soldier, so it's not like a full-blown kaiju, but it's definitely a solid figure. So good job on Bandai for that one. Moving on, our boy Baragon. Yep, classic Baragon. I don't know if I prefer this one or the Playmates one. Probably this one. But they both have their pros and cons. The tag on this one's also pretty cool. I just happened to finally have this guy. Had him sitting in my, I guess you could call it, pile of loot for a while. Although, from Showcase, it doesn't have what's called a pile of loot. It works a little bit differently. Anyway, going forward, next we have Gamera from the Rebirth anime. That's not yet out yet. His tag is a little better. Has his eyeball on it. That's cool if you like eyes. This figure's nice. His articulation, just his hands, which is fine. It's a movie monster series figure, so it's nothing crazy special. His tail moves too. Sorry, I almost forgot that. Gotta give props where it's due. So, his head though's looking down. You'll see it. You can see it right here. I don't really like how his head. His eyes are forward at least, but his head's looking towards the ground. I guess it makes him look more menacing. Yeah, get this guy. Alright, here he is. Everyone's waiting for this. Listen, after seeing so many people butcher this figure online, seeing him in person, Monster X here, it's not as bad as I thought. However, anytime I would see a picture of him on my feed, and I'd be scrolling pretty fast, I would think, who posted an ice cream cone? Because he does look like soft serve ice cream. If you see a picture of him, and you kind of blink or scroll past it pretty fast, it looks like soft serve ice cream. Good thing I have the 8-inch version. Anyway, last but not least, Mothra. I was actually really excited for this figure because it's the Heisei Mothra, which is probably my favorite design. And besides the bottom, as you can see, it's pretty flat in terms of paint. This figure, I think, is really beautiful. finally just happy. I'm finally happy in general. My depression's gone because they made this figure. I'm cured. I took the gun out of my mouth. I can finally be free. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all for this video. All these figures are fantastic. Highly recommend them. Hopefully, now that they're doing the Bandai Movie Monster series, supposedly going to start distributing them in America somehow. Hopefully, a lot of these guys will appear on Amazon and possibly shelves of stores. I don't know if that will happen, but I did see that they wanted. They're saying like, oh, we're releasing the Movie Monster series in America, but then they just showed a whole bunch of figures that have been on Amazon for like the past 3 years, because I've had them for that long. I remember buying some of them. Godzilla 2000, Kiryu. I know Hedorah was the only, like, I guess, new one that has not been on Amazon yet. But I don't know. It's a start. It could turn into something really beautiful. It could be the start of something amazing. Or it could just be, you know, what we already had, which is it'll eventually show up on Amazon like months after they release. But hopefully that won't be the case. Anyway, guys, like I said, that's all for this video. I may do another, or actually, I'm definitely going to try to do another video tomorrow. But it may be another Godzilla video. It may be a Halo video. We'll see. Depends how I feel. Anyway, I'm going to bed. You guys should too. Y'all have a good night. Take care. And I'll see you all next time.